we're moving on to our last set, which is going to be another gold match. It's going to be Elvis versus James. Give SC Nerf a moment here to get that set up.
It's the cherry on the cake.
I am not ready, unfortunately. This game is eluding me.
That set was indeed gold.
That's what we've been lacking as casters, puns. We can just do a pun podcast for the Elvis game.
Well, unfortunately, I just read out a pun from the chat, so it's not.
Oh no, you can't use borrowed puns. That's terrible. Actually, I have to do this the old-fashioned way. But this correctly, I do not. It wouldn't be an SCL stream without some technical difficulty. Okay, so we're starting here. It's going to be... Okay, I'm just bad at this. It's Elvis. Elvisnake versus James. I've watched the game, I promise. Well, I watched it live, that's why. I'm bad. I apologize, guys. What's chat been saying, by the way?
Not much. Well, I mean, plenty, but... He's mostly discussing Pirsch, as were we. And very much anticipating this set.
Yeah, I have this weird feeling that some people who've already seen the set are in chat, and they have a suspicion this might be a good set.
I think some people who have played in this set are in chat.
That also does the trick. Okay, here we go. Elvisnake versus James. Starting off on what will be High Rise. Elvisnake on Spy to note. And if we're ready here, it's going to be 3, 2. Elvisnake notably on Little Man.
And go for the objectively best strategy of hide behind Damon.
Okay, so I want to talk about the history on this. So Elvis and Hummus were streaming, and I believe it was Hummus who did it against Elvis. I've done it a couple of times to great success against Elvis and otherwise. I have a winning record with this strategy. The concern I have here is James is not as quick of a shot as, say, myself or Elvis. It is a fantastic strat, and I don't think it's possible to lose.
The best thing you can do in this case is to try to get a purloin off.
So then Toby has to go crouch down behind Damon. I'm not even sure he's eligible to take a drink.
Yeah, you have to position yourself so that he's like offering you a drink through Damon or something like that. But I think it's possible.
Where he's standing.
James, because otherwise,
his highlights.
It's just very hard to provoke a shot. Like, sure, you're hiding there, but how are you winning the game?
You sneak back into conversation with 30 seconds left. You banana bread, just like you've been standing in the conversation doing nothing anyways. Yeah, sniper goes, oh no, I have to shoot someone. As his tradition.
That is possible, I guess.
Let's talk about gold.
I think it's possible.
There's nothing else to talk about. This is like balcony. There's just nothing to talk about.
I think it's actually possible to sneak in the conversation without ever being noticed either. So with this
Oh,
character specifically.
the only I've never been shot for standing behind Damon. Oh no, he is zoomed in on him. I've never been shot for standing behind Damon. I've been shot for doing red purloin after I came back into conversation. By the way, but James doesn't care, or if he does know, he's playing a very real game, and I think James is in the dark here. Wheels go to
Yeah,
mid stack.
based on what I remember, I don't think he had noticed it during the game. This may
There's been
not
a
have.
couple people. Go for it.
This may not be the actual optimal strategy to win the game, but it certainly sets the tone for the whole match and the whole season, I think.
To SCL, this is high level spy party play. The best. James 1, Elvis 0. James on spy next. Okay, so Elvis now making a comeback here because objectively he is losing despite winning all of our hearts. We're going to start with James on spy. It'll be 3, 2, 1, playing it. To note, Elvis's play is well known as a quick trigger sniper. His SCL play can be a bit variable. He's very likely to take upsets and then can drop games from the sniper side, shooting civilians who don't deserve it.
Very good reaction to the BB, and well, very good BB. Basically, no lowlights, but he gets the two highlights of the people who are talking.
Yeah, good on both sides of the laser.
This is looking.
Oh,
Oh, he really wants to shoot mom.
and then she goes through the conversation to
And
not the
he
prettiest
could totally
briefcase.
be bugging here. Which, to be fair, he's not keeping an angle on her, not checking that bug.
This is the sort of situation. If you're ever going to swap on high rise, you can go to mid statue and swap it. That being said, I'm afraid for mom's life. That was all suspicious, and if she does one more thing, I have it, and the bullet, more importantly, go through her head.
Elvis was very fixated on that book, so he may have missed the talk. But James is definitely playing it cool. He managed to get a very good flirt, got the BB. He only has a minute left, but he hasn't moved the whole game, so he might be a
Oh,
bit less on the suspicion side. And he gets a green purloin.
oh no, 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 mom, don't do
Oh
it.
yes, this is this is trouble.
Oh, you're dead.
He couldn't see
Yeah,
the fade, and there was just no chance.
that's how you frame, guys. You convince the AI with your Jedi mind tricks to do something suspicious, and you make sure that they take the list for you.
Purloin is notoriously a difficult mission for Elvis not to shoot a civilian for.
So we start off with a 2-0 start for James. Uh, Elvis going to have to win on the spy side at least once to bring this back to even or win this game. And we move
There
on
is
to
going to be
courtyard
a
2.
balcony. There is going to be a balcony along the way in this match, so that would be his chance to bring it back. But for now, we're on courtyard 2.
247 El Clasico. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Elvisnake with what is not how spies work, but not caught. not how AI work, I should say. Spies do whatever the hell they want.
Gets a flirt, is probably looking for a BB, which should turn out to be uh, actually not the
Good.
greatest.
For 4 lights if he takes them all.
I think it caught James a little bit off guard. He didn't get quite all the people, so it seems to be okay.
Side note, that conversation had 4 people talking in it, and the spy wasn't even in it. Gross.
Getting that unfortunate 65% flirts.
I'm not sure if you guys can see it on the sniper side, but that's a red test swap. User is not rotated to see it.
And a very clean getaway. James absolutely does not seem to have noticed it.
Don't you love it when you can red test and not get punished? Aww. No sunshine. 99%.
I'm going to have to do another flirt before finishing up with probably statues.
Yeah, like real
I'm not sure
statues.
James even noticed the swap at all.
One mission left. Inspect statues seems like the natural choice here.
Probably the least risky choice, especially with the amount of people that are going to statues.
Going anywhere near the ambassador seems questionable.
Doesn't get the inspecting time. It's unfortunate.
James running into the same issue. He's hanging out on one side of the statue, though he cannot see Elvis. He's taking his laser on purple dress. That's a click. 4 seconds left. What are you doing, Elvis? I'm gonna assume that that was not just the most BM to ever BM. That was 4 seconds of Elvis having to dance and run away.
I don't think it was BM necessarily. He was about to put the statue down. He just didn't want to stay there.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And he points out in chat it was an accident. It is a little bit suspicious that him
I
getting this accident in SCL.
After the high rise game, I don't think anybody assuming that Elvis isn't doing shenanigans is a kosher. Elvis is clearly the king of shenanigans. Let's move on to another game because surely it can't be as insane as that. Courtyard 2, 4-7, James on Spy, 3, 2, 1, playing it. Oh God, what have we signed ourselves up for? See, James has respect. James just goes into a conversation far away from everybody and talks. Like,
Not necessarily the optimal, but not a bad play. Assuming that Elvis is a camper, kind of can get away with early flirts, but
oh, just
taking it
kidding.
safe isn't bad.
James is also
Oh,
a rude
okay, let's not talk about
dude.
being safe. That could well have been a misclick though. And he breaks an animation to put the statue down.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I think at this point he has to try to rush, unless he plans to do a really clever frame somehow.
The Elvis on the wrong side of the statue to see the animation. Statue is swapped.
And the Civ gets shot.
She was highlight already. I'm not sure what particularly for.
I believe it could have been just statues. It's most likely. Yeah, it was statues. In fact, it was the very same statue.
And now we're on balcony. So we were talking about this being a comeback map. It's 3-1 to James right now, and Elvis gets to play what is a 50-50 map as far as I'm concerned. Let's get it started. 3, 2, 1, playing it. So what's the optimal shenanigans play here on balcony, other than taking Purloin or something silly?
There's a couple. You can always do the good old drink into BB, like sip BB trick.
Ooh, that would be fancy.
And the end of red.
Oh,
Elvis'
oh, that was
warehouse.
unfortunate. But oh my God.
James, wake up! James, no, James.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what happened there is a double talk into an accidental BB when he wanted to bug along the way. But he manages to cancel out, and while James is getting low lights, he gets away with a bug.
Sure.
I think this is on the level of good shenanigans for this map.
Now we move on to Elvis on the sniper side. 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And the end of red.
And that's a bit
Red
unfortunate.
vest, banana bread. So time to die because you can't. Whee! Let's go. 3, 3. Elvis on Spy side on Panop 5 of 8. We haven't actually seen Panop today.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We haven't actually seen any big maps.
That is
Or
true.
gallery. Yeah. Interesting. So it's gonna be Panop 5-8. We got Elvisnake on the sniper side, feeling himself real hard. I'm excited. Let's get started. 3, 2, 1, playing it.
It starts out right in front of the laser. Might mean something.
SG Nerf with the pro plays of split screen on Panop, which is how you do it.
Yeah, if there is a map where you do want to see the split screen, that definitely is Panop.
Elvis already with the plays, doing microfilm out in the outside conversation. I think that's pretty solid though. Nobody was over there. No reason for James to check on him.
He almost gets a highlight for probably for James not realizing where the book came from, because one of the disadvantages of that play is that he just went with the thing too quickly, and apparently he was suspicious enough that James was really closely watching the bug.
Yeah, James taking the lead here. It's 4-3. Match point. If Elvis doesn't win this, James takes the set. It is sniper side. It is Panop. And it is Elvis. Elvis is going to have to hold all of his urge to shoot some poor civilian. We'll start at 3, 2, 1, go.
Not taking control quickly. Getting
For the
a
bug
really good
path.
bounce there.
That's the sort of path that you almost want to like behaviorally low light, because why would a spy do that? I don't think Elvis was even laser on it, but That was just impressively well done by the AI control.
Didn't seem like he could get some kind of an early mission, or early mission progress, I guess, with an instant control take.
We're going on a minute, and James hasn't his name yet.
Almost a minute into the game. Yeah. At this point, you usually want to have at least something down, at least one seduce, at least put at least a book in your hand. He might be looking to do a purloin here.
Ambassador, by the way, with the good old Simba slam down, as I like to call it. He had the statue as high up in the air, and then got his animation broke because he had to leave the statue as soon as possible because someone was standing next to him.
I like
One of
that
those.
name a lot.
I've already highlighted Ambassador in my mind. He's clearly the spy.
Well, you know, AI characters break animations sometime.
Well,
And
yeah, I
he
mean,
does get a highlight, look at that. It's a very suspicious ambassador.
I'm not sure Elvis's play is really good here. He hasn't even highlighted Toby, who we all know is a spy. It's making, I think, a good one at that. And Ambassador does have another book in his hand. If Ambassador returns that, he'll have two very strong fingerprints.
I'm slightly concerned for James. He only has a minute and 30 left, and he still needs to finish flow.
I'm not sure James is the type to. If you're gonna time out, Pan Up is a fantastic map to do so because you can do it when the sniper doesn't even have the laser anywhere near you, literally not able to see you.
You do need to time out ASAP though, because I'll hit 1 minute, and at this point it's too late. Because the
I know
ideal
if
time
anybody's
to
if anybody's
time
gonna
out
be
is
tilted,
actually.
if anybody's gonna be tilted and want to shoot more just because the beeping is going slower, Elvis might be that guy. It might just be me. It makes me want to shoot someone.
Well, Elvis is not afraid to use the gun, and I think he quite enjoys it. So,
Well, Elvis sniping has been patient today. It's the spy side that's been all shenanigans.
yeah, the sip shots that he got were kind of understandable.
Banana bread.
Okay, we are framing today. That's a fake BB. Oh no. Oh no. Red, Furloin.
Uh, that was a bit of a quick what check at the end.
Hmm.
What you
Yeah.
want to do in this case?
I think it was more.
Yeah,
I
what you
think it
want
was
to do in
more
this
likely
case
the
is
watch check than the
do it
Furloin.
with about 3 seconds left, so that the time just stops and you don't have the two slow beeps. And that way you can try to fake a swap pending or purloin pending.
I mean, he also did just have a red Purloin. It's hard to say precisely, but either way, it's a good shot by Elvis. And we are in our first SCL overtime ever, actually.
Definitely won the first one on TV, so to
Okay.
say.
So we could, to be clear, we could play any map we want to. You can do any setup. Let's play some balcony
You
203.
can do. You could have gone with old ballroom any 7 of 8 with the
Any 7 of 8.
pan up known 1.
Pan up known 1 is just a BB map, isn't it? You
Yeah,
need to plan your OT better. Let's do some balcony 203 because balcony is well known to be a
I'm just saying that your options are limitless, and
50-50 map.
you can do really stupid things, which you probably don't want to do. But balcony is not a terrible choice, though.
to recall here. James on Spy first. In theory, I mean, Elvis could just choose to be sniper both times, but I think they're going to split it.
I believe if I remember the rules correctly, the person who last played Spy is the one who picks the map first. So it has to be James's pick.
But I will tell the chat here. We're playing 2 games of balcony. Let's do it. This first game,
Okay.
2 or 3, any balcony. The other classic, I know I called courtyard, but 2 the classico, but old school is what it's called in the quick play mode. Let's get started. 3, 2,
For
1,
very good
play.
reason.
James AI controlling it into the conversation.
Very
Watch.
wonky wiggling there.
Elvis doing balcony lights. White test banana bread.
Banana bread.
2 talkers, but only 1 highlight, and it's not James. Oh.
Oh!
Elvis is mad. Fingerprint is, I think, the best way for anybody to get rid of suspicion. Oh, those bounces too.
Oh no, those bounces are beautiful.
James is going to be playing a bug or frame game here at this point.
I'm not so sure he can. Oh, yeah, okay, now he's in trouble. If he
That's
had
a
gotten
white
a green
foot.
there. Yeah, if he had gotten a green, there was still a decent enough chance. And he
James
tried
with
to
the
bug.
combo bug and dead. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Elvis taking more game, and as I stated there earlier, we're playing more balcony. Let's do it. Okay. Finishing up the overtime here. It's 2 or 3. We're on balcony. Anything's possible. And when I say anything, I mean any of those 3 missions. Plus, you can look at your watch sometimes. Let's get it started. 3, 2, 1, go. Everybody's in conversation except for Ambassador. He could be B if he wants to. Or he can just do a random pick, but James is not catching it.
That bug didn't quite work out.
James isn't lightning. I think James is trying to do it in his head.
Oh! But apparently, either that's a voter shot or he did see the bug.
He didn't highlight or low light anybody. I think he was tracking it, but that results in a tie. With snipers sweeping on the spy side.
And I
Sniper
believe
side.
that was the first draw of SCL this season.
No other games here to cast tomorrow, so we'll confirm that after the Sunday sets. But this, I think, actually was maybe time-wise like the first draw that we've had, and draws are gonna be a lot hard to come by.
My theory is that people don't want to mess with overtime, so they try not to draw their games.
Game and or really bad at the game, so you don't have to do overtime. Good luck, guys. That is our 4 sets for today. Do tune in here tomorrow. It's going to be here tomorrow, Sunday. It's going to be different casters as far as I know, and I do want to confirm the time. It's 6 p.m. You can read it right there. Pre-show starts at 5:30. Feel free to get into the chat and spam some emotes with me.
Obligatory emote spam.
Thoroughly enjoyed those games. Any last comments?
I don't know. Quality games, very, very fun play. Definitely not something I anticipated from SCL necessarily, even knowing the players.
I am so happy that people feel like they can and will hit those green purloins. And whatever Elvis feels like doing, if Elvis wants to get casted, he can do it. That's
Yeah, gold is in trouble for casting because I feel like Elvis is going to take up a lot of screen time.
stress stuff. Oh goodness, gold is fun. I'm excited that we get to watch these players play. To the chat, we'll be here next week, or if not us, we'll be here for you too. This has been SCL Season 1, the EU cast. We'll see you tomorrow, and you guys have a lovely rest of the day, okay?